Okay, what's up, everybody? Christopherleonjohnson here. So happy Sunday to all the mothers out there in New York City and all the world that's watching, or that's going to watch this later on, and the future mothers. Mothers 2024. This is your day, and y'all deserve it. Now, I make this video because like I said, I usually don't like making lives. But I'm gonna go live for this part of this video. This reason I'm making this video. Listener discretion is strongly advised. We're in this woke era, so I have to put the words TW, aka trigger warning. This have to do a rape, and I want to make my comment about this. And the reason I want to make this because I saw the video. You know what I mean? When I saw the video, let me tell you what happened, right? The video was showing a brutal rape of a woman on the vicinity of 152nd Street and 3rd Avenue in the Bronx. That's in Diana Ayala's district. Diana Ayala serves East Harlem and South Bronx, all the way up to 162nd Street. That's her district. So going forward, like I said before, early this week, Frank Bodega, aka Frank Marte, the president of the United Bodegas Association of New York. He's a great guy, great gentleman. He actually cares about the community. He actually cares about the safety of the bodega workers, but he does a lot of great work in the city and related to public safety. He deserves his flowers when he's here. Shout out to Frank Marte for putting that video out there. The video showed a woman. When I first saw it, I thought it was a man, but it was actually a woman, an older woman. Probably looked like she was early 50s, early 60s, late 50s. And the video speaks for itself. I'm not going to describe it. I'm not going to really describe it in detail because it's graphic. But the video showed this guy. We found out that was black, African American. Lasso this lady like a cowboy, lassoing a horse, and choked her out because the way he did it was he had the belt, and once you yoke it, it was going to choke her out. And he dragged her to the pavement in the street between two cars and raped her. Right? He penetrated her. So right. So if you see the video, it just like really graphic. It's one of those videos where it's like when you see it, it will traumatize you. When I saw it, I was like, this is really traumatizing. I'm still traumatized to the video. I'm still traumatized of the video. It's really disgusting to watch, right? So later going forward, the cops, they caught the guy who did it. There was a video that was circulating on Instagram and Twitter of them allegedly catching the guy who did it, but it wasn't the case. It was the guy that slashed an 11-year-old girl in Harlem, and they caught him, and that's why the video was like that. They caught the guy. They caught the guy who did the rape. So, but I want to make this video, right? And the reason I really want to make this video because something came to my attention. Right, something came to my attention, and I saw it through the feed because I follow a lot of people through my new Instagram account. And they was going to do a rally today on the same spot where the lady got raped, right? And it was ran by all the organizations that work with the Cure of Violence organizations. And in my mind, I'm asking, like, why are they doing this on Mother's Day? Why are they doing this rally on Mother's Day? And these are the wrong organizations to ever do a rally condemning this act. And I want to explain why. And I'll explain why, right? The reason for that is because they're not going to say the real reason that this happened to that lady. And they will never have gave the real solutions to stop attacks like this. right? This is what I will do if I was in a position of advocating for the people, especially the people that got in that position. You know, that lady who got raped, right? This is what I will say, right? I know what they will say. What they will say said today at 12 o'clock. Oh, you know, this is horrible that happened to the lady, and we need resources to stop this stuff. That's a typical speech, right? Every time an attack happens, it's like, well, where's the police? Where's the community coming together for this lady? And where are the resources that's going to stop this? That's a typical speech. Now, I know they was going to say, so it is whatever, right? Now, this is what I will say. What I will do, what I will say to that situation, right? I say, look, first of all, it's really sad that it happened to the lady. And it's really horrible what happened to her. Nobody should ever go through that. But the solution is we need to support the NYPD. We need to bring back stop and frisk. We need to give the cops full power to stop anybody that they seem suspicious. They need to stop anybody that wears a mask. There's a lot of things they should tell the cops to do. But the problem is these organizations, they don't say anything because they work with the same politicians and organizations that push to repeal everything that I said. You bring back stop and frisk. Stop and frisk. What you do with stop and frisk in New York City, right, is they supposed to stop everybody that they see as suspicious. Now, a guy like that running around the city, he could have easily got spotted, stopped, searched, and he probably would have thought twice of committing that crime to that lady. Because you know why? Because the guy was free to walk around the city. Nope, cops can't stop him. Because if you stop him, you need a reason. And these days, you stop somebody being suspicious and they're black, you'll be deemed as a racist cop or self-hated cop. It's crazy. So you need to bring back stop and frisk. Another thing you start doing is you need to start committing people that are dangerously mentally ill under Kendrick's law. They won't do that. Another thing they won't do. One more thing they need to start doing is they need to bring back the sex offender registry, start strengthening the sex offender registry, and I just say this is need to start bringing back making every sex-related crime a real sex offense. And what I'm talking about, and making people eligible to register as a sex offender, what I'm talking about is the common crime with sex-related crimes in New York City is called forcible touching, right? Forcible touching basically means that, let's say you're on a train, right? And this is the example, right? You're on a train and you're a female and a guy grabs you behind and you decide to press charges on him. He will be charged with forcible touching. Now, what happens is, if he get convicted for forcible touching, he doesn't have to register as a sex offender. Now, if that ever happened, like if I had my way in the state assembly or the state senate, I would introduce a bill to make forcible touching a level 3 sex offense. So what that means, or level 2 sex offense. So what that means, if you be convicted of forcible touching, you have to register as a sex offender, level 2, automatically. No level 1s, level 2. So what that means, become a level sex offender, is you have to you're on the registry. You have to take a picture of yourself every year, every 2 years, and now you register. Now everybody knows who you are. But the problem is, there's certain sex crimes and crimes that should be registered as sex crimes. They're not really to that level. That's a problem. So this guy been doing this for a long time, I bet you, and nothing never happened because these guys know the legal loopholes when it comes to sex crimes, so-called like sex crimes, and they get away with it. If they don't get away with it, they're never going to register. People are gonna start asking why is the only way you can be on a registry in New York State is, let me go before. The only way you can be on a New York State sex offender registry is when you rape a child, or you rape another woman, or you rape another man. Why is it that when you get charged with forcible touching, like I said, by example, go on the subway as a female, and you get touched from your behind by a guy, and you say, well, this guy touched me, and you decide to you get an officer, undercover officer, or plainclothes, or like a uniform officer, and you decide to press charges, and you get charged with forcible touching, and you get convicted for forcible touching after your testimony, the guy does not have to register as a sex offender. Why is that? Why is where there's not a registry for people that got arrested for sex crimes? I'm saying, look, we need to have a registry for anybody that got charged with a sex crime. Because it's not about conviction. How people that got charged with it. Because you know why? Because once you get a registry for people that got charged with a crime, you know, we can start to find out who these people are. Like I said, there's certain things that need to start changing in New York State, especially when it comes to sex crimes and sex-related offenses. Because if they don't change it and they don't increase it, and this is the fault of the New York State Senate and the New York State Assembly, and people are start asking like, why is Julia Salazar, who is a Democratic Socialist, the chair of the Criminal Justice Committee in the State Senate? The State Senate is ran by DSA and Working Families Party. And the State Assembly is ran by the DSA and the Working Families Party. A lot of elected officials that are moderate Dems or conservative Dems, they are scared of the DSA and the WP that is pushing for the criminalization of sex work. That's what's going on. And once that, and you understand the DSA and the WP has a lot of power in the legislature. They say it goes. They have the ideologies, and these elected officials listen because they know that they have people like say we could run against a Julia Salazar, but it's hard to be a Julia Salazar when Bushwick, when her main court of district is Bushwick, and Cypress Hills. And you understand about Cypress Hills and Bushwick, it is so progressive. It's hard for a moderate Dem, especially if they're older and they've been running for 20 times in this past 15 years to win over progressive. That's the problem, guys. It's a big problem. But the issue is here is that we need elected officials that is going to get in the state legislature, not the city council, not the mayor's office. It's state legislature, state senate, and state assembly to start introducing bills to increase penalties for sex-related offenses, and sex crimes, and start holding these people really accountable. Anybody that been a victim of forcible touching, they'll tell you that this is why. They'll tell you like they've been a victim, and the victimizer or the person that been convicted get a slap on their wrist. People are gonna start asking like why, when a person gets charged with forcible touching, and this is like I said, this builds up to like the rape, gets no jail time, plea deals. Ask that question. Why do they get that? Why do these days you can be convicted, you can be charged with a heinous sex crime and get no jail time plea deals? Start asking that question. And certain times you can get deals where you can be convicted of a certain sex crime and not be forced to register as a sex offender. That's what's going on in New York State. Like I said before, a lot of these elected officials, they're down with the WP, they're down with the DSA, and the DSA and the WP is against, it's for the criminalization of sex work. So they're not going to be, they're going to frown upon any elected official pushing for tougher penalties for sex crimes. It's crazy. It's really crazy. But going forward, it was a brutal video, guys. It was a disgusting video. If you saw the video, it is really disgusting, guys. Like I said, I'm traumatized when I saw that video. Like, holy shit! Like, I'm really traumatized with that video because it's like that can happen to anybody. Like that can happen to anybody. Anybody. It's a lot of sick people in the city, and the problem is, like I said every time, there's a lot of sick people in the city, and those same sick people, they might get caught. And what happens is they get caught, they go to jail, or they go to prison. They get out of prison. Now they call justice involved individuals. And these are these are the same people that the elected officials look to help write bills, draft bills, and then get introduced to the state assembly, the state senate. And these elected officials advocate for it. They call the media out for these people. They get them awards, they give them citations, and these bills go through. It's crazy. People are gonna say, like, what are you talking about? Look up Vocal New York. Vocal New York. People don't understand that Vocal New York is a powerful organization in New York State. And they get a lot of government funding, they get a lot of media support, but the people that lead those organizations are pure criminals. These same criminals write the bills, they draft the bills, and they get elected officials that they get in, and these same elected officials introduce these bills. It's crazy, man. But these are people that the elected officials listen to draft criminal justice policies, so-called criminal justice reforms. Crazy. This is the reason that happens to that lady, because like I said, they have the criminals run the city. Criminals run the city council. Criminals run the state legislator. And especially the state legislator, because the state legislature had the power to increase these laws, change the laws around. But they listen to criminals. That's the problem. They listen to criminals who connect these corrupt nonprofits, who draft these bills, saying that we got to repeal this, we got to amend the code to give these people second chances. Start asking that question: why does the state legislator push for bills to give sick people, sick in the head, second chances? Start asking that question to the state legislator. Like, it's crazy. It's getting out of control. You know, like I said, that is sick. What happened to her? If you see the video, you're like, man, that would traumatize. That would traumatize your head. That would traumatize your brain, because that can happen to anybody. The way he did it, that can happen to anybody. And you don't have to be a woman to be in that position. You can be a man. You can be a man to do it. It's like he was out for something. He just didn't care. So, but it's crazy what's going on in the city. Really crazy what's going on in the city, man. Like, but people got to wake up. And I'll end this video here. People got to be careful. People got to watch it back. Be careful walking out at nighttime. Always watch it. Always look behind you. Always look to the left of you. Always look to the right of you. And always be wary of people that are following you, especially if they wear a mask, because those people that commit the most damage to you people. So I'm about to log off to get some food, but I'm really sad. I'm really hurt of what happened to that lady. I'm really hurt. Like, and today I saw that rally, and I was like, I'm not going out there to support that, because they ain't gonna say anything. They're not gonna say anything at all, man. They're not gonna say anything at all. And you know, it's just ridiculous. I'm not gonna say anything. They're not gonna say anything at all. They just gonna say, well, we condemn this attack and we need more resources for the community. It's bullshit. It's crazy. You can't put money to solve the problem all the time. It's about real actions and real change. Not just about getting money from the government to solve a problem where you can say, look, get the state legislature to amend the codes. That's all I gotta say. Take care, everybody. Later.